Hey, Silverbug. Yeah, very early. Usually I don't stream in the morning, but today I just want to spend pretty much the entire day working on this stuff. So it's time. Morning time. Or late at night. Well, midnight, if you're like in the West Coast. In the American West Coast. Evening for you? I see. Wait, evening. So evening means that you're further east than the West Coast. Or so evening, what is that? India, Singapore? You're Asian, yeah. I mean, further east at some point becomes the West, so yeah. Close, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I remember because wait, let me lower a little bit the volume of my music. It's making it hard to think. Okay, as I was saying, yeah, when I used to stay in Singapore, I worked for about a year in Singapore. And yeah, I remember that when my colleagues in Italy were doing stand-up meetings in the morning, it was like 7 p.m. for me. So like we didn't have stand-ups. Well, did we have stand-ups every day? I mean, technically you're supposed to have it every day. Yeah, I think we had them close to every day. And that meant that pretty much I had to stay in office every day until like 6, 7 p.m. I would start late, but then I would always be one of the last people to leave the office. Okay, so for the people watching, let's see. For the people watching, yeah, I'm happy to chat, but this is like unlike many of my streams, this isn't actually a get things done stream. So I'm working on my stuff. I'll do one explanation of what's going on. You know what? I'm not gonna even explain right now. I want to do one explanation, not too many. So I'm gonna put a timer. I'm gonna put a let's give time for the stream to warm up. I mean, it's in the morning, so like I never stream at this time. So usually I don't expect to have a big audience because usually I'm not live at this time. But here's what I'll do. I'll say title, getting things done. And then at 0, we'll explain work. We'll explain. We'll showcase progress. Let's put it that way. Okay. In any case, I'm working on this. Hello, Rishu. Yeah. Hello, Bifredo. Hello, hello. This is link. P is site. Nah, this is genius naming by me. Okay, so this is all prototypal code. Finally, I can update it to, I can upgrade it to the final version. Let's see. So section, okay, what's going on here? We're calling page parent section. We expect this page to know which section it belongs to. It doesn't do that currently, but it could. So we do that. If section is 0, then it's the root index page, which has no parent path. If it does have 1, then we do ctx. ctx. Oh, you know what? We could have like actual methods for this, which then do the tracking for us. But I guess we can upgrade to that later. So ctx underscore meta dot. Well, it's more complicated. So okay, that makes much more sense. We're only missing section ID. Okay, parent section ID. Okay, now we need to fill out parent section. So we need to make sure we don't mess up this thing. Okay, let's see. Index page, we can leave it at 0. That's fine. Every other page, sufficient ID is 0. Wait a second. No, index page will have a parent section if it's not the root one. So how do we know if it's the root one? This tells us if it's the root one. This tells us if it's a root one. Although, to be honest, I'm fine with this change. But also, I don't think I need it here. I think I can just do their entry parent section. Yeah. I should probably name also this one to parent section ID. But okay. Okay, so this points at a section. That's so annoying. Oh well. Okay, I think this indexing scheme could be improved, but not now. Okay, so in theory we have the info. Let's see what's the next problem. Variant 271. Normal pages. Same for normal pages. Although we could make that an index to a page instead of a section ID. Anyway, that's a thought for another time. Let's see, no field named subsection. Right. Hello, ECS boy. Hello, hello. Hola. Are you Hungarian? Oh, Italian. Oh, so that's like an hola. Okay, I get it. The reason why I was asking is because in Hungarian, holas means Italian, which is funny because we also have like there's a cosmetics brand called Olas, and I think it's like an Italian brand. It has that weird name because that's Italy. Yeah. In any case, um, no field name meta in template. Are you sure? Oh, wait a second. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I was adding this stuff to site, but no, that's not it. It's template that we need to change. It's method that we need to change. I mean, template. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, I have context build. Let's call it zine build. Too many things called build. Okay, so now render page and worker specify arguments font 6. Yes. $185. Nothing in build inside. Yeah, I moved that stuff. It's not site, it's CTX that has this stuff. No, actually that build undefined wants to be there. No field name meta in page struct. Oh, dump. Where's site? No field name kind in template, right? Okay, we're getting there. Jesus. Oh, it's not meta variants, it's meta build variants. Oh, that's another thing that we prototyped that needs to be updated. 950. Prev page. Can we actually do prev page now? I don't think we're equipped yet to do prev page because prev page requires us to know what's prev. I guess we can answer with a random page. You know what? I guess we can answer with a random page. Let's answer with a random page. So let's see how does it work. So we want to do prev page on the current page. Honestly, here we could return null. You know what? As a simplification, let's return null for now. Next problem. Page 1034. 1094. Yo, we're building. Okay, right on time. Okay. So, okay, what am I doing? Let me pause my music so I can start thinking again. Okay, so the plan, what I'm working on is this. I am working on a standalone version of Zine, and hello Temporus. And what previously, if you wanted to do prev page or next page, that kind of stuff, it required us to go and find these pages on disk and write down information on how we found that page to correctly model dependencies through intermediate files that act as indices. Again, because sometimes you have the name of the other page that you want to access, so that's one thing. But sometimes you would do like page.next. And so what does it mean to do page.next? And like, how do you, hey, Temporus, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you very much. So there's all this stuff that you need to take into account. But now, because it was multiple processes, one process rendering each page with a bunch of preprocessing before to prepare those indices. Now it's everything a single process with multiple threads with things happening in parallel. So we actually have this information at our disposal at this point, all of it. So because of this, a lot of things have to change. Like the way things were implemented before is completely different than how it has to be implemented now. So basically, right now, there's a bunch of features that are broken, individually broken, because they need to be moved to the new semantics. And so right now, these broken features will either misbehave or cause a crash. More likely to cause a crash than to just misbehave. I can also make them more crashy on purpose, and which is good because if I make them more crashy, then I can use a debugger to see where I crashed, look at the backtrace, and see what caused the crash, like which function caused the crash. Why is this nice? This is nice because it allows me to do incremental porting of those features. So right now, my goal is that I have this simple site. And this simple site doesn't use a ton of features, but it already uses some. You see, here I'm using prev page, and I'm trying to render it for real. And I want to see how far I get. My goal basically right now is to successfully render this small website. I'm happy to make progress while regressing certain features. So I'm happy to, well, you saw me comment out things from URL creation. That breaks those URLs. It makes them not correct, but it's fine. I want to see it working, and then I will make it correct. So let's see. Right now, the problem that we have is that I'm calling hasprev, and hasprev returns unable to do prev on a page loaded by scripty for now. That used to be a limitation that we had before, which now we don't have anymore. That's good. So let's go change hasprev and let's make it comply. So hasprev, there we go. Let's just return bool.false. Actually, you know what? I will comment this stuff out. Let's see what happens now. Unused function pointer. I'm guessing it's in here. Yeah. And sometimes watch crashes on macOS. That's unfortunate. I think it's I suspect I know what's going on here. Somebody implemented it thinking that KQ is equal. I bet you. I bet you. Well, guess what? Now, next page has the same issue. Has prev, has next. This is the same thing with has next. Prev page, return null. Next page. Return null. I'm fine with nuking those lines because they don't make sense anymore. I'm never going to use them again. We might be getting there. There we go. There's some printing, some warnings, but it seems fine. So let me remove public. That's where this stuff currently goes. Let's look at public. Well, would you look at that? Sections index, archive index. So there we go. There's one thing missing. There's like one. Can anybody spot what's missing? There's like one key thing missing. There's only one thing missing. In any case, this does not seem bad. The URLs are probably all broken. because I commented out stuff in .link. But other than that, nice. Okay, so here's what's missing. We're missing the index page. So we're scheduling a bunch of pages to be rendered. But where's my index? Like the root index. It's because we're going through freaking sections. Yeah, we don't go through sections anymore. Oh, we don't even need page index. There we go. There we go. Now we have index. Okay, we have generated everything. Pretty fast also, not bad. No complaints there. But nothing here is particularly terrible to render, to be honest, but still. How do you do this? Is this it? Oh, there we go. We'll go inside public. Sections. Okay. We have this archive. Doesn't say much. Oh, right. Also because all the page navigation stuff is broken. So I'm saying that nothing has parents, siblings, and whatnot. So it's all broken. Nice. But it works. It works. So what do I want to do now? I think what I want to do is some style is missing. No, I can tell you it was never there. This is a sample, simple website. It doesn't have any styling at all in it. It's just to leverage templating features, which I'm currently turning off, basically. So I think I want to make some more progress in this regard, which means I want to I guess I want to cover more ground. I want to see all these things basically working. So I guess for me, it's time to go top to bottom inside of page and make sure that everything is implemented correctly. Pretty much. And actually maybe nuking those things inside of site was a bad idea. Should have kept that stuff there, maybe. But I have access to the entire build, so I know this stuff from the build because it's a variant thing. Actually, site. In any case. Okay, music back on. Let's do some more work. Mm-hmm. Ooh, here's also how we make progress. So check this out. Okay, next move is going to be to stop hard coding public and accepting the output directory as a parameter. We default to public, but then you can override that setting. Oh, that's such a good idea. And then I can leverage my snapshot testing. So I have a snapshot with that website rendered correctly. We want to mirror that snapshot. Can you add the error and catch the error like that, and then the function does not return a particular error type anymore? That is indeed correct. Yes, you can see that this function does not return an error, but I'm using error. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to keep using try. Like, I want the convenience of being able to just do try whenever something... well, I have a bunch of places where I do catch errors and report them more precisely, but occasionally you will see me do try. Okay, maybe I don't really do it much in here. Really? Do I catch all of them here? No, there we go. Here's a try. I'm using try, so I want the convenience of using try, but then I don't want this function to be able to return an error. Also, I'm using a switch, so I will get a compile error if I try anything that can return an error that isn't out of memory. That will also error out. And the reason why this works is not just because I'm catching the error, it's because I'm catching the error and I'm mapping it to a no return function. So you need both these things. Catch the error. You don't need the switch. The switch just makes it a compile error to return an error that isn't out of memory, which is usually kind of what you want, in my opinion. Maybe with more errors than just one, but usually you do want that. But you need also to map it to a no return function. No return means you basically panic or print and then exit, which is what I do here. So I have this function that prints and exits in debug mode with a stack trace, in release mode with just no stack trace. And it prints a message. And then I have a couple like convenient ones, like, oh, I have a fatal file error. So look, I had trouble accessing this file. I had trouble accessing this there, right? So it's just convenient stuff. And then I'm using these fatal functions here. So let me give you one good example. Here I'm trying to, let me also change this. I like this style, other style more. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, I'll get back to that in a moment. As I was saying, yeah, so for example, look at these examples. I'm trying to open these directories, but then if it fails, I do fatal dir. So here I have basically fatal for out of memory, and that allows me to use try and not have to write catch every time I try to allocate something. It's pretty neat. But keep in mind that also, how can I say, this is something that makes sense in the context of somewhat polished and sophisticated error reporting, because obviously you can't handle every error this way. You want some errors to bubble up, you want some errors to be handled in a different manner. And in my case, since this is a static site generator, I have array lists. Whenever something can error in a non-fatal manner, then I append an error to an array list that then at some point I will inspect, print all the errors that I've collected, and only then if there was some, like if, for example, if there's a parsing error, then we print all the parsing errors and we leave, because we cannot proceed to the analysis, like the semantic analysis stage, if there are parsing errors. So that's how it works. So basically, this is a handy way of dealing with fatal errors, but then you have non-fatal errors, and those will need to be handled differently, which might even still imply returning errors, for example. In my case, it never does that. In my case, it's always a matter of or almost always a matter of appending an error, a more complicated error type, to an array list. The errors bubble up if the error deferred does not return. Correct, yes. Keep in mind that the error defer can't really modify what you're returning from the function. I guess the only thing it can do is like stop you from returning at all, because you call exit and the process dies there. But otherwise, when you're returning with an error defer allows you to do more stuff when returning with an error, but you cannot stop the returning process other than by killing the process. You cannot stop it, nor you can change what you are returning. So like on error defer, you cannot remap the error. Oh, I can't use for. I think I need an iterator because I need to be able to do next. Or I guess I can do indices. So increase the index, set it there. There's also the case with an equal, which is kinda like this. It starts with. Hey Scott. Yeah, sorry. I'm listening to my YouTube music. I am. I 100% am. I'm secretly, sneakily listening to Infected Mushroom while nobody can catch me. So in this case, it's a start with. In this case, we do not increase that. It's still a, but it's a suffix of a. We should also complain about duplicated flags, maybe. Do we let people override? Do we let people override values? I don't know. Whatever. I think it's fine for now. Include drafts. You know what? Let's get rid of include drafts for now. Like it's something that we want to support, but right now we don't want to use it, so who cares? Okay, so we have output. We can specify the output. That is delightful. We put CLI back in here, and then in make worker. In worker, we at some point decide the output path, output their path. Here you see this public. This public also this gets. Oh, this is done based on the base there. Oh boy. Okay, so I think it should work this way. If there is no flag, it is based on the base path. If the flag has been specified, we have to start from the current working directory. Woof. So let's go do this. So build CLI output their path or else output their path or else public. Same here. And then base there is if build CLI.output. If it's null, build.base there, else stdfscwd. I think it's correct for everything else to be based on base there. Okay, let's see how we're doing in building. Close, but not quite there, huh? I used to mentor. Try 0.14, build and say using incremental compilation is super fast now. Yep, it is. Almost instant feedback from ZLS if there's any errors. Yeah, that's pretty good. Wait, build and save using incremental compilation with ZLS. So either ZLS has added support for watch, or be aware that if you're using incremental compilation without watch, you're not using incremental compilation, because currently incremental compilation without watch, I think will actually do more work and give you none of the benefits of incremental compilation. I think that the benefits that you're observing right now are only from the custom backend. To explain what I'm saying, custom backend means that overall the compilation is faster. Incremental compilation means the compiler can detect small grain deltas, right? It doesn't redo the work, all the work, it does only a fraction of the work. But incremental right now doesn't support serialization. Incremental only supports doing incremental updates while the compiler stays on, so with watch enabled. If you're using, so it means that if you're using f incremental -- watch on another tab, then you will get incremental. But if you're using this stuff through ZLS, either ZLS supports watch internally, or you're not gonna get any benefit from incremental. So be aware. Be aware that you might be only leveraging the custom backend. You're not even seeing the full power incremental compilation. Also, the fact that you say almost instant, like I feel like almost instant is a dead giveaway that you're not using incremental fully, because I think incremental means instant, not almost instant. F incremental, okay, I can promise you that F incremental should do nothing there. If you want to see what I mean, go in another tab, do F incremental -- watch and see how that is. It should be faster than what you obtain by doing this. I think it's also written in the notes. I don't know if I'm assuming I wrote that in the release notes, but it's also written in other places. F incremental right now without the watch stuff is not super cool yet. Speaking of watch, quick question: has any way to hook steps into watch? Yes. Well, okay, no, currently no, but I've been chatting with Andrew, and yes, there's definitely a plan to support that as a use case. The way it would work basically is that when you spawn if you want to spawn something long-lived that has support for watch, you don't get your arguments through the CLI, but you get your arguments using a different protocol over standard input. And you basically get new input every time a rebuild has happened with your updated CLI arguments. So it should totally work. I'm sorry, Scott, it's taking forever to get to a point where we can have like a, I don't know, like useful standalone web server, but we'll get there. Like also on my end, I'm like, I really need to do this right. Once I do this right, so much stuff will unlock. Another thing that I'm looking forward. So one is better web server. Another one that I'm looking forward to is having a Markdown LSP. Right now, we did not have a Markdown LSP because it's hard. I don't have an anchor file that I can use to know what is the structure of your website, because that information is locked inside your build.zig file, which requires, running the build.zig file to know what's in there. And even then, there's no clear way of saying, yes, this is the zine config, because the build script produces a build graph, and the build graph doesn't have an easy way of saying, oh yeah, these are steps. Well, you can get, for example, what is the content root directory trivially from that. So, I mean, there are ways. To be fair, there are ways of making it work. It's just they are like kind of jank. Like it's jank added on top of jank. So now that we have like a zine.ziggy file, I can use that to anchor LSPs. So we can have much smarter. We can have a markdown LSP. We can have a smarter HTML LSP. So like, oh man, the like the quality of life that this change is gonna bring is gonna be huge. Huge. It's working. That's nice. Okay, so this should work. Let's do help. Oh, nice. So since help uses fatal, it becomes a stack trace in debug mode. I mean, let's go change that. True, it's fatal, but we can do better. Even though it's fatal, we can make it nicer. Okay. Spongle, Asterix, Growling Mad Scientist, 1200 micrograms, D Maniac. Okay, thank you. I'll keep in mind. Okay, so we got fatal help, so that works. Oh, you know what we forgot? We forgot to complain about unknown flags. I have to say, watch is nice because, like, one nice property of watch is that it just starts a compile process every time without you having to trigger it manually. Like, it immediately starts on save. So it also shaves a little bit of time there. Keep in mind that I'm one of those unlucky people that cannot use the custom mechan now. So my builds are still kind of slow. Okay, so now help works. Dash 8, only dash says unexpected CLI argument. Perfect. Dash H dash O. Index out of bounds. Yep. Well, here you go. Error, missing argument to O. And I'm fine. I'm fine with this being a panic in debug builds. So let's see. Zine release output equals I don't know, what do we call it? Foo. That's not good. Okay. So I have one concurrency problem where very rarely, but occasionally, I get some kind of, I don't know if to call it deadlock. I should probably try to debug and inspect more what's happening in those cases. Sorry. Anyways, bedtime for me. Yeah, have a good night, Scott. Doo-doo-doo. So yeah, I have a concurrency error. I'm not too worried about it because I think I understand what the general gist of it is, and it's because I have like what's it called? I have like a POC channel implementation I'm gonna replace with something better at some point. Okay, so that works. Let's try relative stuff. So let's go inside public. Let's do foo in here. And that works. Let's go inside foo. And let's do a relative path bar. Yeah, it created bar outside. No bar inside foo. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So we have output. So now we have a snapshot in here. Oh, it's because it's in content scanning. Right. But we copied these from outside, right? Rendering, yes. Okay, so we want to re-implement, I guess, rendering tests. How does that work? So this is going to be content scanning. And then I guess we want to do something similar. But for the other one, I'm copying too many thingies. Okay. No. Okay, there we go. Content scanning. This is going to be rendering. Okay. Test rendering. We iterate. Path join. I'm not sure what's path. But it's probably going to be under rendering. Oh, and then entry name. And then we want... This is what we pass to this guy. Okay, so it's going to be entry name and then source. So this is what we want to... Well, it's actually two different ones. So this is going to be source path. This is going to be out path. So we don't call zin 3, but we call zin release. Path is going to be source path. Oh, this also does set CWD, right? And then we do... out path. Okay. Then we capture this to the out from camera and we copy it as not snapshot.txt, but as exit code. Actually, in this case, honestly, we don't even need the camera. We can run directly Zine because a non-zero exit code is a failure for us. Do we want render to contain failures in it? Not really. We don't need to update any snap. Like this. Okay, let's see how this works. Oh, is at arg that doesn't want this. So that means that we want to do it relative. Failure. Unexpected CLI argument. I'm dumb. Right. Prefix? Prefix? Prefix arg? Oh my god. What's it called? Add prefix stuff. Oh, I guess I get it. It doesn't have add prefix arg. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see what happened now. Unable to find a zine.ziggy config file in this directory or any of its parents. Oh, that's yeah. So here's what's happening. This bad boy has a build.zig file in it still. Oh my god, that's so cute. That is so cute. So copy. Oops. Okay, let's see how this works now. There we go. So new file here. Okay, so new file, old file deleted, old file deleted. Oh, there we go. So we now have the snapshot that disagrees slightly with what we have. So you can see that we are printing the website title wrong because I'm hardcoding it to banana in the code. That is indeed correct. We need to fix that. There is a difference here of some kind. There's an extra SC comma. This looks like I typoed this stuff at some point in the source file. So let's go. We want to change that. Here, look at this navigation stuff missing. Because we are hard coding that we are not actually doing this navigation. So we need to actually do that for real. And then this changed, and then we have this that was supposed to be there. It's not anymore. Okay, so we basically have all these changes to fix. Haha, delightful. Delightful. So delightful. So where are these SC comma stuff? Where did it show up? Inside the table of contents? Oh shit. Inside the table of contents? For which page? Sections index. Well, sections. So I don't see any randomness in here. So is it in here? Uh-oh. No. Mm. Okay, we'll see. We'll see who puts that thing there. Let's go fix the banana stuff first, I guess. Also, yeah, there's some broken stuff. Okay, let me think about it. What might be causing this? I think there's some processing that we're not doing. So title. Okay, so here's the problem of simple websites versus multilingual websites. Right now, I have some support for multilingual stuff, but not everything is up to speed with multilingual support. Maybe I should start wiring in like all the types that we had that you could use in your build script, because that would allow us to upgrade to a real implementation. I think for now there's nothing that gives you a title. Like the CFG, what does it contain? URL path prefix, content their path, layouts their path, assets their path. Which is pretty much these three. Am I really also specifying this? Which is weird. Okay, let's look at how this stuff looks like. Did you talk to Toggle? Is everything good? Yeah. Why? I mean, I assume so. So yeah, look at all this beautiful stuff. Site host URL path prefix. He took a break on Discord and socials for some time. I see. He did mention that he was like suffering a little bit of like burnout, I believe. Like getting close. I think he mentioned that on stream as well. So should we use this as our config site? What's multilingual site looks like? Yeah, I think I should start using these types myself. And I think that around here, then, I make a union of these two things. So website, and then add development server. But where do I do? It's add website, right? And in here, I think I make a union out of this stuff. Yes. What's the union? Add website options. Like, yeah, it's literally this, basically. Right? I just don't show this to the user. Okay. So I think that's how we do it, basically. We try to parse one of these guys out of our Ziggy file. Okay, let's try to make this work. So in our build, uppercase B, our config, it's this. Oh shit, I can't import this stuff from the build script though, because it's outside our root path. So I have to copy them here, which I think makes sense. In the end, I don't want users to mess with these things in the build script anymore. So it's fine that we take them back. Build asset, multilingual site, local. Okay, so we have this type. And now we try to get one of these guys from Ziggy. Yeah, a lot of things will be unhappy. Oh, Jesus. There we go. So now we complicated things. Now we complicated things. So how do we do this? The problem is now it's a union, and yeah, the union doesn't always have this thing outside. Although another way of structuring these things could be that it's on the outside, it's not a union, but on the outside, it collects common fields like basically. Well, no, it can't really. It has to be, never mind, at the top level. Okay, let's add methods maybe to take stuff out of this thing without knowing which case you're in, without caring about which case you're in. So path function. We call them get. Yeah, get. For example, get layouts, their path. Consuate. Yeah, in reality, this is such a stupid case in this case. Yeah, but in other cases, it becomes more complicated. Okay. Get layouts, their path. There's also like get title. No, you can't get title. You have to worry about which case you are. So what is it really that you can also, there's some stuff like build assets that cannot be put in here anymore. Everything else should be fine. Debug. No debug anymore. Unattached documentation comment. You are right. Goodbye. So this guy, output path prefix. Not sure. Layouts, yes. Contender path, no. Assets, yes. So same, but with assets. Okay, so a couple of convenience things are there. Build asset can go away. I mean, I'm gonna leave it here. We just don't want to wire it in from here, but we do want build assets to exist. I think build asset needs to be needs to come from the CLI. Okay, so multilingual site we were saying has all this stuff. Static assets, build assets also goes away. Debug goes away. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's start addressing these errors. So 282. So when the layouts their path, well, guess what? There you go. 2 are fixed. Many more to go. 48. Else program required when switching on type const build config. Oh. No field name simple. Are you sure? Oh, it's site. Why is it not simple? I guess it's because the type name. Whatever. Okay. Main 87. Content or paths. Right about that. About that. About that. Well, we can do this. We can assert that for now we're not dealing with multilingual websites. That should work. I mean, obviously, yeah, let's do it for now. Layout stir path build 328. Main 477. Okay, let's see. Contender path 571. Well, we made some progress at least. Layouts their path. Worker 250. Okay, so we're finally back here. Where the heck do we get a title? I guess I can code that we're in the simple case. So I'm gonna do build CFG site title. Okay, we're building. I guess we can run tests. See how that goes. Oh, I think our CFG file now is gonna be bad. Okay, let's see. Panic, error while loading Zing config file. Yes. Let's watch it ourselves. Error while loading Zing config file. Unexpected dot, expected identifier. Man, this error message is so garbage. So this is definitely something that I want to improve in Ziggy right now. Holy cow, this is so bad. But we know what to do. So Let's change in the Ziggy. This is now gonna be different. So this needs to start with site. Yep, that's how it works. We're missing a bunch of fields. We're missing a bunch of fields and we're not getting any help. We're just gonna get like, no, not test. Yeah, give me this build. We're gonna get a bunch of errors. So what are we missing? Unknown field site. Oh, snap. Right. Right. Okay. Missing field title. I mean, we're getting some help, but just not a ton. I don't remember what my original title was supposed to be. I'm just gonna put sample site there. We'll see. Host URL. Actually, I don't know. Was it this? I don't remember. I don't remember even if it featured any way in the output. Okay, so this was enough to make it work. We need to have that. Okay, so this is enough to make it work. That's awesome. That's actually not bad as a config file. Okay, so we built. Now we can do zin test. Oh, well, zig build test. Haha. So the other ones are gonna fail because I haven't updated the other Ziggy files. But this guy should have run, so we should see some diffing. Oh no, right. We don't get to see the diffing until we fix everything. We need to fix everything. That's not so bad. There we go. Now we're back to working condition. Sample test site. Okay. Website. God damn it. And we're hanging again. There we go. This is where this son of a bitch is pooping itself. So the reason why we're being locked is because this guy makes no progress. And the thing is, I think this thread is stopped, but these other guys are running. So like if I do continue, look, this son of a bitch is still stuck in here. What is heck is going on? How do I select the thread? Jump, list, plan, return, select. Command requires a process which is currently stopped. Like, I have no idea what's going on in there. This dude is like looping into itself forever, basically. In linked list. So what does an infinite looping linked list mean in Markdown? It means that the stupid library is not thread safe, I guess. Somehow. Okay, problem for another moment though. So what were we doing? We're just running the build test, right? Oh, it's simple, not sample. Man, why do I keep messing this up? I don't get it. Okay, so our diffs are reducing. There's this H2SE that comes out of nowhere. I have no clue what puts it there. SE comma. SE comma. What's my diff inside Super HTML? No, sorry, Super. You know what? Show me both. Okay, Super HTML, not too suspicious. Super MD. Okay, nothing immediately obvious stands out. We think that there's an H2 in there before 2025. That is certainly interesting, the fact that we think that. Okay, but then we have yeah, then we have a bunch of navigation stuff missing. So I guess we can focus on the navigation stuff and then try to debug what's going on with this. Holy cow. Okay. H2SE. Is this a front matter thing? Like, are we by mistake leaving some front matter for the markdown to parse? And that's what's causing these problems? They wouldn't explain the H2 though. Why is it an H2? Okay, so we can solve this though. Shouldn't be a big deal. Okay. So next step is, I'm gonna take a very quick bathroom break. Hello, everybody. By the way, who have just joined. Yeah, I'm gonna take a very quick bathroom break, and then we solve this. By the way, snapshot testing, fucking delightful. Like, look, I can see like clearly this is what I regressed. This is what I need to be able to make a return. So this is the next thing we fix. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's fix this stuff. Oh, host URL also. That one didn't feature, but we have that. Is that URL? Base URL? Oh, dot site. Host URL. Okay. So what do we do next? We need to fix page parent section. This one should be fine. This one actually does return you the parent section. Oh, I think this logic is wrong though. Well, you know what? It returns something. I suspect it's the wrong stuff, but we'll see in a moment. But we don't have prev and next. Right. Oof, prev and next. Right. So prev and next is based on date. It requires us to sort pages by date. We could do it here very inefficiently, like every single time we sort pages by date. And then we find ourselves in that list. And then we do the next. Or we do this sorting at some point. We do that sorting at some point. Like sort sections. Let's look in main if there's a good moment to do this. Activate sections. So we cannot do it before here because this is where we parse pages. Until we parse pages, we can not do anything about that. So with this, we'll have all pages loaded and parsed. Then what do we do next? Next, we're scheduling template parsing. We might sneak in a page sorting thing. Yeah. Okay, let's do it here. Okay, for each section, I'm going to sort the pages. Hmm. I guess we can just do the sorting here for now. Section dot sort. Section dot sort pages. Okay. Needs access to pages. Okay, how does this work? To have sort, we do have sort. Okay, what do we have? Insertion sort, stable in place sort, or in best case, worst case, location required, sorts in ascending order with respect to the given less than function. We have heap, unstable in place sort, and log n best case. N squared worst case. Wait, that's the insertion stuff. Insertion context. Okay, heap. Let's see. Best case, worst case, and average case. Okay, so this is better. Heap context, unstable in place sort. Okay, we need a stable one. That's for sure. Well, that's pretty much all we have. So we're going for a stable one, which is either insertion or heap. No, heap is also unstable. Well, fuck it. Insertion it is then. Insertion it is. Although technically, wait, we could use an unstable one if we sort alphabetically on collision on equivalence, or we error out on equivalence. We could also decide to error out on equivalence. I think there's no point in erroring out on equivalence. But we could use a secondary thing. Nah, let's go with insertion sort. And I think we want insertion context because this one is a function where you compare it to arguments, but we need context. Yeah. Oh, there's also block and PDQ. What are these guys? Okay, let's take a look at these guys. Mode. What? Who uses mode? Sort internal. Oh, multi-array list uses it. Okay. But I'm missing something. Wait, these are heap. Oh, I call insertion. Oh, I'm dumb. I call insertion and then I provide. You have to provide the context no matter what. Okay, understood. Okay, type. U32s. Section s dot pages dot items. Context. We need to make one. And then we need a function, which is going to be ctx dot less than. Okay. Something like a boolean, I guess it returns. cx is going to be just contains pages. How to rebuild cache to rebench a thing, but once it builds, it's always faster. So I guess I need to clear cache. Yes, you have two caches that you want to clear. One is going to be the local cache. It's going to be .zig cache in whatever in your current working directory, and then the other one is going to be on Mac and probably also Linux is going to be in .cache in your home directory. But it depends a little bit on your system. So you can do zig env, and zig env will tell you where the global cache there is. So that's the one that you want to clean also. Less than it needs to accept CTX. You are totally right. Now, how do these bad boys compare to one another? I don't remember. Do you have a less than? So, oh, come on. LT. Oh, okay. We just do this. I guess. Is there really no function, no reasonable public function to deal with this stuff? Oh no, there we go. There's a less than. Okay. There we go. Make a CTX, pass down less than. These should be fine. So with this, we should have sort pages in action. These should sort pages. So they're sorted. Okay, main, we sort those pages. This should probably happen on a thread, I think. The problem is, do we not use sections down below? Let's see. Here we're messing with sections. Do we... Oh, there's also a problem of pages that are not active. Let's not think about it for a moment. Okay, let's ignore that for a moment. Sort pages. We do not touch sections for a while. So this could totally go on a... This could totally go on a thread. The only downside is that right now, by having a single weight group, all active pages have been loaded and parsed. Here's where we schedule also threads. It's a little bit templates. It's a little bit suboptimal. But we could, in theory, piggyback off of this. In reality, we actually would like a second weight group. God damn it. By when would we need this? Templates really do not care about this stuff. 3 does care. This obviously does care. Okay, you know what? Let's just keep it there and just put a to do. Okay, we sort all pages. The idea is pages are sorted now. So now we care about now we actually care about finding ourselves and then looking at the next one. So do we have like some kind of binary search? Oh, we can do index of. Scalar. Is this smart? Linear search for the index of a scalar value inside a slice. Linear search. How about something more juicy than this? Index of none. What? Oh. Consider using index of pause instead of this. Which will automatically use a more sophisticated algorithm on larger inputs. Really? That one said linear. Okay, so how does it work? If backend supports vectors, not in Valgrind, not in ComTime, and it's integers or floats, and is power of 2. Bit size of t is a power of 2, which I was about to say should always be the case. That's not true at all. Does it really need the bit size to be a power of 2? No, right, it does for T. Yeah. So in our case, it actually works. Like it's gonna be U32s for now, so we can totally do SIMD shit. Okay. So in the scalar, U32 slice is gonna be now. Oh boy. Okay, const v is ctx dot variance at ctx, well, ctx meta. So we do index of scalar, and let's refine ourselves. And here we're doing next. So the idea is if const next also dot question mark, because this has to be there. So if next ID is next ID is sub ID plus 1, and then if next ID greater or equal we do return null in that case. Otherwise, return page equals ampersand pages items next ID. Okay, so this should be next. Prev should be pretty much the same. Except to do -1. Now, doing -1 is -1 is problematic because it could underflow. We could do saturating. So we could saturate the subtraction. But no, that's still a problem. We need to basically do the check before. Okay. There's the booleans now. How do you do the booleans? I mean, it's the same principle, right? I guess I'm annoyed that I need to copy a bunch of logic, but So CTX, in this case, we're going back to the plus. Oh, I can even simplify this thing. But I need to use my Boolean types. So yeah. Okay, so with this we have has prev, has next. They look kind of right. Maybe they're swapped around. We'll see about that. Right, it's build variants every single time. Parent section ID. Right. And we don't have page ID in scan. We want to put that also there. So Incompatible types use size and slice of U32s. Yeah. I don't want that. I want prominent compile errors. Why is ELS failing to run check for me? I don't get it. Okay, so in theory, you have prev and next. Well, let's see how that goes. Panic. Attempt to use null value. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's us not finding ourselves in there. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm also doing something very stupid with these indices. So, okay, one sec. So this is going to be... Yeah, we find the page ID. That gives us the self section ID. And it's going to be section v dot pages dot items at. That's how you do it. Oh my god. Yeah, that was completely busted. Okay. So this silly stuff has been corrected, but here we found nothing, so we panicked in 963 because we failed to find ourselves in here. That's us. Hmm. I want to see this stuff. Oh wait, we got a build error. Give me the compile errors underscore page ID. Oh, Self ID 4 section contains 3 and 5. We are doing wrong math. We're placing wrong values when building the stuff. Oh, well. 3 and 5. Well, I mean, we can do it as in 3. Can we? Oh, that's the wrong directory. Wait. Okay, so the test is fine. That's actually good. Now, what's the problem? It's archived 2024 first. Yes. I think the problem is that the parent section, what we call parent section, is actually like the current section in a sense, the section that the page belongs to. So I made the mistake, I think, in variant to actually were in the parent section, but yeah, that's not really it. The parent section is another one. Let's start from the start. It's like length -1, but I don't think we... Oh, it's current section. There we go. So for sections, it's fine. But for this guy, it's current section. I'm not sold on the one at the top. This one certainly is current section, yes. Index page is a little bit more complicated because index page actually does belong to the parent section. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, let's see how that goes. Oh, there we go. Problem now is the page evaluated to type page instead of an optional. Oh, that's good. I forgot to wrap that stuff in an optional. Yeah, I can return page. I need to make it an optional. How does that even work? Local optional.init of that value. Why did prev page not seem to need an allocator before? Why? Now I want to see the online version. Why were they not calling init? Oh, because they were calling page find. Somebody else ended up calling the allocator. Okay. To do implement value from. Are you serious? Is it because it expects the page to be an actual page instead of a pointer to page? No, it expects the pointer. Oh, it's because it's not const, I bet you. No, that still is weird to me. What is wrong? Pointer to a page. Wait, so what's your problem then? Implement value from for context page built-ins next page question mark call struct. Oh, is it because this is an any type, so you can't leave it undefined? Oh, I'm dumb, so I don't need to wrap it. Okay, we don't seem to have gained much though. This is still empty somehow. That's bad. Why is this still empty? Although, wait a second. No. That has to do with other content, not this one. This is about subpages, I think. Yeah, it's the next prev stuff. And that's still missing though. Because this should have a next. This has the. Where is this coming from? God damn it. Yeah. There's something sus going on. So the logic, okay, what I'm doing wrong, I think, is that when a page wants the parent section in Scripty, they want the index page that created their section. So what I want to do is actually go to the section that the page belongs to, grab the index, and return that one. Which is not what I do. Page, where is it? Parent section ID of a page. If it's 0, I complain. Otherwise, I grab sections, and from the section ID, I grab the index, and then I return a page of that index. No, that's actually correct, I think. Whew. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? God damn it. I guess I need to add some debug printing, or I guess debugging. I could put a breakpoint, I guess, in there and see what happens. But I think I want printing, though, more than actual debugging. Also, what is this H2? Where is this H2SC coming from? The fact that it's in every freaking page. And inside a div. Jesus. Okay. Subpages. Do we use subpages? You know what? Well, let me turn that page find into a crash. I don't like that page find is not a crash. Let's make it a crash. There we go. We're segfaulting. Yeah, that explains why we are doing wrong things. At least some of them. Okay. So we are using subpages. So let's do subpages correctly. Okay, how does subpages work? Subpages is look at the current page, look if it has subsection set to non-zero, and then create a slice of pages. What did we say? Returns a list of pages in this section. If the page is not a section, returns an empty list. Okay, so we're being actually lenient on this one. An empty list. I don't remember how you return an empty list. It's still in page find. Ref, next prev, sub pages. That's how you do it. Also, why do I do array in it? Why do I do this? I think empty should like be a constant in here. Actually, is the pointer meant to be mutable? Is array supposed to be mutable? It's by value. Oh. It's called Helix. Okay, subsection ID 0 return empty. Otherwise, oh, it would be nice if we could return the slice of pages from directly from uh, directly from the section. The problem is that those are our page. It's other things, unfortunately. It's a normal editor. It's actually written in Rust, so it's definitely not Zig only. Yeah, it's fine. You know what? Let's do it in a crappy way. Who cares for now? Parent ID, grab the section based on the page's parent section ID. No. Subsection ID. And then we create a slice of pointers to pages. This many of constant pointer to pages. And now for pages and then s.pages. Actually, I don't need the curlies. There we go. Yeah. So it wants an allocator. Oh, because of boxing, right? So we would need to box anyway, right? It doesn't matter what we do. We need to box our items. That's annoying. So it means that we need to do boxing ourselves in here. So never mind. It's not a page. It's a slice of values. And for each one, we do equals this. I don't need to try. Okay. So with this, we should have subsections, subpages implemented. Let's see. Found context on array. Oh, yeah, empty is not a value. Whoops. We need to make empty a value. Oh no, what did I do there? Items don't count. Okay, so we built, but now we still fail the error. There's an integer overflow. We're hitting an integer overflow in page 1068. Oh, when linking. Okay, so we're trying to link something, but now there's something complicated. Row snap. Okay. Yeah, link needs to be totally a reward. Let's take a look at what's going on here. So I want to do page.link. MD path. Based on that, we do meta section. So we certainly need a centralized way of computing these things. I can copy paste some logic. I'm gonna copy paste some logic from work here, but then yeah, we're gonna need to do this stuff ourselves. So we're trying to link this page. This page needs to be linked. Hmm. Uh. This was a pretty neat trick that I was able to employ. Pretty neat trick. Mm. Okay, so the new version is going to be well, kind of like this. Although that's not a normal string, that's a string table dot string. Page scan md name is index.md. Then we do SDFS path join. No, this is now different. This is like a join sap or something. No, you know what? I think we're going at it like really the wrong way. Because we have URLs. Where did I define them? In build? It's a, no, it's not a URL. It's a path name. I feel like I'm going insane. Where is this stuff? Variant? Yeah, path name. And then we have FMT for path name. Interestingly, path name, string table, path table. And the implication of this formatter is that it's URL style. I don't know where this logic should go, unfortunately. I don't know where this logic should go. So I'm going to copy paste some stuff and then we go from there, I guess. Okay, let's see. Path buff. That's still the wrong approach. Well, let's see. I kind of basically want this. String table, path table. I think I want like byte slice alloc, basically. Oh, but we have these, FMT. We have FMT of a path for which we can specify the 20 slash or not. I'm kind of torn because these two approaches each has its own downside. I think I want the FMT one, but the FMT one. No, I guess that one is sufficiently flexible. Wait. Let's go with the FMT one. Yeah, like this. That's actually how you use it. Okay, so I wasn't completely insane. So we don't do any of this, nor any of this. We do alloc print of s. We need the variant stuff. Okay, so we do page dot underscore scan dot underscore md path dot fmt. Trailing slash yes, and then if uh so otherwise oh shit, I'm gonna miss the final training slash. I guess I can do it like this. Yeah, okay, this API is less cool than I thought. um there we go. We're making some progress. Not a lot of progress. Where's my slash? Bro, where's my slashes? Where are my slashes? Also, it's sorting order is out of whack. So I think that the natural sorting order is the inverse for pages, and then we need to swap around prev and next. But also, where are my slashes? God damn it, man! Where are my slashes? FMT training slash. Yeah, dude, you're not slashing shit. So print the segment, and then if not slash and IDX lower than what? Okay, let's try again. I have no idea what I was doing here. Path slice len -2. We need a starting one. It's correct for that function to not have a leading one, but we need to put one. That's indeed for sure. Okay, there we go. Now we have the problem that we're like, we have wrong order of these things. So let's fix that next. That is done by going into variant. The section sorts itself. Swap around right hand side, left hand side. Now prev and next are going to be out of whack though. Yeah, now you see that those parts don't show up anymore in the diff at all because they're good. Now prev and next are not doing okay. Somewhat. Prev thinks that it has a next. Next thinks that it has a prev. So let's go do that. Next page. Prev page. Has next page. Has next. Has prev. Okay. Completely gone. So those diffs are completely gone. We now have some disagreements into what it means. Oh, it's like a sorting thing, I think. Yeah, basically we lost index from above 2024 and we got it below, so it just moved around, so that's fine. Okay, the only thing that remains is this freaking SC comma stuff. Where is this stuff coming from? Jesus fucking Christ. Who is putting it there? Okay, I think I must know. HTML at this point. No. Where is it coming from, man? God damn it. Yeah, no, we really need to figure this one out. This is insane. This is also inside the table of contents. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do as a test. I'm gonna stop parsing stuff in parallel. So where is it? Page parsing. template errors. No, okay, rendering pages happens in parallel, but everything else is kind of parallel. That's annoying. Okay, so here's how it's gonna work. Okay, let me stop the music. So here's the plan. The plan, I think, is I need to do one chore. It's gonna take me 10 minutes, but I need to move. I need to go get some bread before lunch. You know what? At this point, I might just end the stream here and then resume in the afternoon. Yeah, that's a good one. I end the stream, and in the afternoon I resume. I need to figure out what's causing this artifact to show up. It's consistent. It like the fact that it's SE command. It's like I feel like it's me typoing that somewhere. Where? I don't know, but I feel like I typoed it somewhere at some point. Also, another thing that I need to do is I need a better way of turning things from parallel to serial. So, for example, here I'm making page rendering serial by commenting out this stuff, but it shouldn't be this way. The way it should work is that I make a single-threaded build of Zine, and the single-threaded build of Zine basically doesn't do multi-threading, but we still call worker add job. The only difference is that add job just actually does the job. And yeah, that's the idea basically. So that's the next thing I'm going to do. But I might do this stuff offline. So yeah, I think this was it for this morning. Maybe. Alternatively, yeah, no, I think I'm gonna return. So I'm gonna return in was it about 3 hours from now. Eating cereal helps. Yeah, probably eating something would help. I mean, it's lunchtime for me, so hopefully something better than cereal. But yeah, that's it. So thank you all for hanging out, and I think I'll see you in a bit. So see ya.